So we just got the Genesis Collection event reveal as well as the trailer, and while I was rendering my previous video, which is talking about the trailer and going over it, they released the patch notes, so I'm making another video going over the patch notes. So the Genesis Collection event kicks off on June 29th and runs until July 13th, 2021. So we are getting original Kings Canyon and World's Edge back. So Kings Canyon from Season 0 and World's Edge from Season 3 are making a return for a limited time, taking over normal trios and duos queues in 1-hour rotations. So all of our beloved areas from those maps are coming back, most notably Skulltown, Thunderdome, Capital City, and the train in the original World's Edge. On top of that, Skulltown is also coming to arenas. So Skulltown will be a permanent arenas map, probably rotating out with the other maps in arenas. So they say, we heard you. 5 minutes after we announced arenas, we were seeing pleas for a Skulltown arena. Well, here it is. This original Apex hot zone has seen a lot of combat throughout the years, but this is the first time we can say it hosts a fair fight. Circle the towers as Valkyrie and Pathfinder, or trap up the bottom floors as Caustic and Watson. This location offers a wide variety of tactics and plenty of mayhem. Skulltown will be added to the arena's rotation in 1-hour increments during the Genesis Collection event. Get in there and break some bones. So moving on to the Genesis Rewards and Collection event, you can see some of the skins up here. Some of them look really cool, most notably for me, the Revenant and Loba skin. Loba being one of the characters that I find hasn't gotten really any decent skins in the past. There's also a rewards track, so it ain't a collection event without new unlockables. Let's start with the freebies. As usual, the Genesis Collection event brings a reward track with all new earnable cosmetics, this time including Legendary Charge Rifle and EVA 8 weapon skins among the goodies. And as per usual, there is a set of 24 themed limited time cosmetics, and all 24 items will be available through direct purchase for Apex coins or crafting medals and in Genesis event packs for the entire duration of the event. If you collect all 24 event items, you'll unlock the Revenant Heirloom set, and here is the heirloom for Revenant. Reap souls with Revenant's Heirloom. Everyone's favorite spooky murder robot has a new toy, and good golly, is it sharp. It absolutely looks fantastic. I think they did a great job with the scythe, and it's also collapsible, so yeah, for all you Revenant mains out there, I'm sure you're happy. There's also going to be a wide variety of store offers during the Genesis Collection event, as you can see right here. But now it's time to move on to the nitty-gritty of the patch notes. So legend balance updates. Octane, launchpad cooldown increased from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. So dev note, Octane remains the most popular legend by a large margin even after the stim nerf. Turns out jump pads are fun, but with the added utility from the 2 launch options, it's only fair to bump up the cooldown. Revenant, slightly slimmed down hitbox, specifically his midsection, arms, and upper legs. So you can see these slight differences right here. So left is before and right is after the Genesis update. Stalker climb height significantly increased. It's not literally unlimited now, but that boy can really climb. Silence duration decreased from 20 seconds to 15 seconds, and also reduced the duration of death protection by 5 seconds while using the death totem. So dev notes, Revenant's large frame places him at a significant disadvantage in gunfights, particularly against smaller legends who no longer have low profile. We're shrinking some of his hitboxes to counteract this disadvantage, while also improving his ability to climb up walls and attack from unexpected angles. We know this can be frustrating given how silent he is, so we'll continue to monitor and add sound if necessary. That said, we're taking this opportunity to reduce some of the frustration that comes when playing against his tactical and ultimate. Lifeline, increased hitbox size, mostly in the legs and the waist. So as you can see here is the old one and the new hitbox. So dev note, unlike Revenant, Lifeline excels in gunfights given her small hitbox. Even with the res shield gone, it's no surprise the smallest character in the game saw an uptick in performance with the removal of low profile. She remains small, but these hitbox changes bring her closer to the medium-sized legends. Bloodhound, Eye of the Allfather scan revealed time decreased from 4 seconds to 3 seconds, and Beast of the Hunt duration decreased from 35 seconds to 30 seconds. Time can still be added by downing enemies. Dev note, Bloodhound has remained a popular and powerful pick for multiple seasons now, mostly because of the sheer amount of information that can be gained with one tap of their tactical. Shortening the scan duration still provides a snapshot of information for Bloodhound's team without stifling all enemies caught anywhere in the large range for a full 4 seconds. Watson, major buff. Watson can now place more than one Nessie on the map at a time with her epic emote. So sorry Watson mains, it seems like that is the best buff you're gonna get for the new collection events. Weapons balance updates. So the P2020 increased fire rate from 6.25 to 7, increased base ammo from 12 to 14, increased level 1 mag from 14 to 16, level 2 16 to 18, and level 3 and level 4 from 18 to 21. Spitfire increased hipfire spread. Dev note, the Spitfire has continued to overperform, so we're hitting its close range hipfire accuracy, which should help bring it in line. 30-30 repeater slightly increased projectile speed, reduced charge time from 0.5 seconds to 0.35 seconds. Longbow damage increased from 55 to 60. Arenas updates. Arenas price adjustments, so there is a laundry list of price adjustments in Arenas, so I'll put them on screen right now. I think the biggest one for me is the L-Star being increased from 400 crafting medals to 500. But again, if you want to go check out all of the price changes, there'll be a link to the patch notes in the description down below. Arena's balance changes, so legend ability adjustments. So Pathfinder's grapple starting charges reduced to 2 charges from 3. Pathfinder's zipline round cooldown increased from every round to every other round. Rampart's Sheila round cooldown reduced from every 3 rounds to every other round. Watson's interception pylon round cooldown increased from every round to every other round. Octane's launchpad cooldown increased from every round to every other round. And Octane's stim starting charges reduced to 2 charges from 3. Other, they also added a scoreboard to the map screen that shows you what is currently happening in the match. You can now also report players by pressing space/Y in the map screen. From round 3 and onward, you'll now start with a shield battery in addition to 2 syringes and 2 shield cells. Care packages will also land 5 seconds earlier to make the contained weapons a more viable option before the round closes out. 6x scope moved from base sniper weapons to level 1 upgrade. Arena's map adjustments. Party Crasher adjusted circle logic to favor downtime a bit more, simplified the minimap's visual language. Phase Runner raised cover on certain props throughout the map to prevent unfair advantages to large rig legends, and they also added a few trees to reduce the ease of spawn sniping. Arena's bug fixes. The UI for Purple Devotion now shows the attached turbocharger. Players will no longer be chosen as jump masters during the legend select screen. Updated the sniper stock to show an empty slot when needed. Can no longer get stuck in the crouch position after dying while reviving a teammate during a round in Arenas. Quality of life changes. Valkyrie updated fuel gauge UI to better indicate when you're using fuel and when you're running low. Rampart will now have custom animations for LMG reload. These have no impact on her current reload times. Miscellaneous added VO for when your ultimate is ready or not ready. When your ultimate gets to 100%, you'll be prompted to tell your team with new voiceovers for each legend. At any point in time, you can ping your ultimate icon in your inventory to show your teammate what percentage you're at in quick chat. They also added a VO for when you enter a replicator so your teammates know you are crafting and won't leave you behind. Added VO for pinging a friendly trident. You can now turn off FOV scaling when certain abilities are used. Look in options. So if I understand this correctly, that means that you can now turn it off for when you are using the Bloodhound ultimate or Octane stim. That would typically increase your FOV, and I really didn't like that, so hopefully this actually fixes what I think it does. Reduced the frequency of rings ending near out of bounds areas like canyon walls or map edges. Healing items will now play the entire healing sound when used by other players instead of just the beginning and the ending. Muting players will now also mute text to speech. Moving on to bug fixes, so there are a lot of bug fixes and I'm not going to go through all of them. Again, link in the description down below for the full patch notes. I'm just going to go through a couple of them. So fixed a bug where players have to play one ranked game after a season or split reset for the reset to fully take effect. Note that players who have not played a ranked game recently before this update will still have to play one more game of ranked, with their RP changing before this bug is completely fixed. And unfortunately, they haven't fixed the no-fill option not working, so I would imagine it's in the works. I really couldn't tell you. Hopefully they did fix it and they didn't mention it in here, because getting no teammates over and over and over again can get really frustrating. But that'll do it for the Genesis Collection event patch notes. Again, link in the description down below for the full patch notes. It would have been a way too long video if I had gone through all of the bug fixes. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.